Hello.
We can help you just tell her everything's priced and like people run.
Okay.
Are you taking this shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made them.
How about over here?
They are.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
They're up front on this table.
Oops, I found some more.
Jeff! Just a little white paint,
Nothing?
Nothing. It just
Look at all the bunnies.
like that.
It's cute. Like the top of it.
It is, They made this.
Yeah, yeah.
Already have one. Yeah, I'm not signing anything. You're already selling.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that too. Oh.
Right here.
Oh, no, I was distracted by those. That's kinda cool.
Handmade, though.
Yeah.
Kinda cool.
I don't know, it just doesn't,
Wanna do it for you?
no, it doesn't have the right look. It's more,
Sculptural?
yeah.
Yeah.
This place is so busy. It's not even fun. And expensive.
I was gonna
Is there a name?
search it. No, not that I can see. I don't think it's
Oh.
It's Joe.
I know, that's creepy.
That's creepy. Too expensive.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of them that came up eventually. Yeah, I've done the freeway.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. There's room.
Put it in here.
Should be more than a dollar, it's not much. The rest
There's
of
a dollar right there.
Excuse me. Okay, is
Stuff
there,
at the house. You guys have a good weekend. Come on, we're 50% off.
is there stuff in here? Oh. Mystery stuff in the can. That's the caramel. And then
Isn't it interesting? This is all I have. You got a little foundational issue.
Oh, someone will come in here and do this whole thing and redo it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just the property out here is just worth a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah, this is
Two more ones. Yeah, I put some notes in the cracks in the patio and
Yeah, so they probably.
9.3 out here.
You wonder how I did it before now. My family did drums for years. You never know.
What, is just every, oh, sorry.
if there's prices on this, price on it. If there's not a price, talk to me.
But, the whole house, what do I need
Pretty
to
much, if there's a door closed, don't, and if there's tape on it, don't open it. If it's an open door, great. You can go out there, Arcadia doors or stuff on the patio. Go out the side door here, go out to the garage, there's stuff out there. We're gonna walk around.
for the garage. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know where the garage is.
And I bet you customers went from sale to sale and saw huge differences. Oh, that's a waste.
Need that? I don't know how to get to that garage. I'll go check. I guess I have to go out here. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Skate brakes. Okay, I got a lot of stuff today. I spent $20 today for everything of all the sales that we went to. So first of all, this one sale that I went to, it was the very first one. It was so crowded, and right when it opened, ugh, never do that. It's horrible. I always say I'm never going right when it opens, but there were so many sales that we had to get an early start and to get them all in before they closed. So went to this, and it was just so crowded, and everything was so expensive too, except for this bag of perfume I grabbed, which I'm sure, if I go tomorrow's half off. There'll be more stuff that I find. See, here's the bag. It was $5. But usually I would pay $2 for perfume. And this one's not completely full, obviously not even close, but still will sell. This one's totally full, and this one is mostly full. I didn't even look up this one. Forgot, because it's plastic. I didn't really care about it, but maybe, you never know. It could still be worth something. But anyway, so I'm back to that one tomorrow. Because it's half off, and then maybe after everybody's dug around a little bit, and I can get in there and find some more stuff. But the perfume, so I paid $5 for all of it, and let's see here. This one I could sell for $20. I'm gonna list for $20. This one I can list for $25, and this one I can list for $20. So, and again, I didn't look up this one because it was plastic, but it could still be something. Okay. All right, so that was that. Then went to another sale. It was the second day, and the inside was pretty cleared out, but the garage, there was a good garage. There was a lot of digging in that garage, and I found buried in sewing. It was a big box of sewing stuff. There was tons of pins and like military patches. So I just started loading a bag, just filling up. Actually, it was a basket this time, and they did not let me keep the basket like how usually I do, load a bag and they let me keep the bag. This time they're like, and the basket. I'm like, no, I don't want the basket. So they took the basket back. Anyway, so this, I got so much. So I started piling it all in my basket, and there's even some stuff in here. I was trying to separate everything to keep it, separated so I could list it. Anyway, oh, is this a patch? Oh, I need to put it with the patches. So anyway, these are all like pins, hat pins. And so I brought up my basket full of stuff, tons of stuff, little basket, but just kind of crammed in there. And there was a lady, and I know, because I've been to these sales before, that the guy is like really nice and like, just take it for this much, really cheap. And but I've never seen her before. And so she was at the cash register, and so I went up to her, and I was like, okay, so I don't know what I have here, so how much is everything? Because truly, they didn't have prices on anything, and I really didn't. And I said, would you take, oh, this is what I said. I said, would you take $5 for everything? And she's like, oh, no, oh, my gosh. She said, these patches are $1 each. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I did not see that anywhere. So I'm like, ugh, okay, well, let me look. So she dumped out my basket all over the table. Nobody was there either, so that's always hard, too, when it's totally empty and they have time to kind of go through everything. So anyway, she's like, so pick out what you want. And I was like, okay. So I started to pick out some stuff, and then she got a phone call. So she didn't even get to like the pins that were in there or anything like that. She was just focusing on these patches. And they didn't see this either. This is like a Boy Scouts old thing. So anyway, she got a phone call, and she's like, and it was like a serious, like giving somebody serial numbers and stuff. And so she's waving over for that guy to come over to check me out because she's busy now because that phone call came through. So I was like, oh, good. That's so cool. So hopefully, he'll be better about it. So I'm like, hi, so, you know, I didn't know how much these were, and she said that these were $1 each, and I did not even say $1 each. I just said, I offered her $5, and she said no. So I just need to know how much, you know, can I get for this stuff. Also, I had a stack of cards and some tape, I think, yeah. So I got a bunch of, not a bunch, just like one thing of tape, you know, just to throw extra things in my bag, and some greeting cards. And he's like, okay. And I said, I already know that she charged me 50 cents for the greeting cards, so how much would the rest of this be? And he picked up this first, and he's like, oh, this is so cool. I'm like, oh gosh, what if he starts looking at every single thing too? And then he's like, after he looked at it, he set it down, and then he's like, okay, $10 for all of this. And I was like, oh, okay, I could do that, because she said 5, so 10 is better. So I gave him 10, and oh my gosh, it was a lot to research. That is for sure. There's so much stuff. So this Boy Scouts, it's I was looking it up, I was looking up handkerchief, or I didn't know what this is called, because it is, you know, one of those things, and I saw neckerchief. I still don't know. I did see that wording though. But so this somebody has it listed for $89. This exact one, not with this patch on it though. That's the thing. None of them had my patch on it, which is junior leader. So anyway, somebody had it for $89 listed, and then on the solds, it said $4.26 cents sold in an auction. So whenever something's sold that inexpensive and there's only one, I don't go by that as a sold price and how to list my stuff, because sometimes auctions get overlooked. They're quick, you know, if they're not on long enough, people don't see them. So I'm gonna put mine on for an auction though, but I'm gonna put it on for 20 and see what happens. So, and like I said, mine is different. Mine was the only one that had this on it. So I saw there was a patch by itself, but not on the actual thing. That's how I knew that it was junior leader. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do with that. Okay, this one is Eagle Scout patch, and I'm gonna list it with these because I don't know what these are. I'm actually not even gonna put these in the listing. Oh wait, this shape is something. Maybe I'm just not going to. I'm gonna set these aside. I don't think these have to do with it, and I don't know what this is either. This, and it's stained. So this I'm just gonna throw away. But this, anyway, by itself, which is good. That I'm gonna list for $40. I got really overwhelmed looking at all this stuff, like trying to look up everything. So I was even texting my dad pictures, what's this of this, because I didn't know because of how this is on the back. I'll show it in just a second. Okay, but these patches. So these patches, there's tons of them in here. And this I'm going to list for $100. Yes, Air Patrol patches. So Civil Air Patrol patches is what all of those are, vintage. There's only, I was trying to separate them all. First I was like, I'm just gonna put all the patches together, but then I noticed oh, that Boy Scouts one is separate, this is separate, a different kind of, you know, not everybody would want all of this mixed together, so I separated them. And this one is $20 for those. And then I'll get this pen out. So this, see, it's unscrews, but it's sharp. There's sharp little pins on each side. So that's what I was texting my, okay. I was texting this picture to my dad to see what is this? I know it's a pin, but it's so thick, and I guess it's a hat pin. So this is an Army hat pin from the military, screw back, and $20 for that. Okay, there are tons of these patches, and there are also the Civil Air Patrol patches. I'm the one that put it in this bubble wrap because I was trying to separate everything. So those I'm gonna sell for 30. And these buttons, same thing. Civil Air Patrol buttons, and I'm gonna sell them for $20 for all of these. That's a lot. And then I have a whole bag full of these. And these are ribbon racks or ribbon bars, and they go like on these pins. So there's a few of these guys, and then these little military things. Can't do it with one hand. Hold on, I'll put one on. Well, here's one that's already on. So it's just on a shorter pin. So they just slide on this bar. So I got a whole bunch of these. And a lot of them are duplicates. But they're pretty cool. And so these, what was I going to sell them for? Let me look. Oh, I can sell for $100. All of these together I'm going to put online or best offer, but I'm going to list them all for $100 because I have quite a few of them. So I think that was my best one so far. Oh yeah, and the patches too. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was really super fun thing to go to. Oh, did I say all these pins too? All these pins in here. Sorry for all the crinkle noises. These pins are the same Civil Air Patrol. And I'm going to list all of these pins together for $40. And there's quite a few in there. So there's that. And then I went to another sale because I filled up this bag. What did I got a lot more tape. And, oh, I know. Hold on. Seems like because I paid $5 at this sale, and I wouldn't have paid it just for cards and tape. I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. I was taking everything out to look it up, and I don't know. I didn't write it down, so oh well, I'm missing something. But my total today that I spent was $20 at all of my sales. So these cards, a lot of people. Let me make sure this is the right back. Yeah. So people sell greeting cards. People buy greeting cards. Just for one of these type with this name of a card. One is listed for $9. One is listed for $11. So it is very amazing. People buy it just for the artwork and the cuteness of greeting cards. And they collect them. And they are very cute. So I'm not going to do that as a one at a time type of situation. I'm going to just group them all together for $20. So I do have a lot of different ones. Oh, because these are different than this one. And so somebody else, this is, but they're both from the 80s. So I don't remember looking exactly. I saw them online, but I can't remember how much they were. But if I group them together, I could get more money than what they were doing. Also, some stamps. Let me go with my stamps. That's what I did get there. Let me go find them. Hold on. Okay, these stamps were in the stack of greeting cards. There's a huge stack of them. And they are the first day issue of all of these stamps that are in here. And there's many duplicates. I think there's probably 4 designs of stamps in these big piles. So, but they're not worth anything. I don't ever buy stamps. I don't know anything about them. They're so tricky. I don't even want to know about them. But if they were cheap enough, I probably would because I'm silly. But just because I'm like, oh, maybe this is $1 million. But I didn't. This was just included in the greeting cards that I had that were just mixed in. And, but yeah, they're not, I know singly they're not worth a lot. So I don't know. Do stamp people want me to bulk the same things all together in salad? Probably not. Or should I do, you know, all different and bulk it together in salad? So I gotta figure that out. Or do I not do it at all because this is a pain in the butt? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I did buy something else for $5 at that sale, but I sure can't remember what it is, and I don't see it. It's weird. But the lady at this sale, she was the one that she lives in Carefree, which we were out and with the beautiful mountain views. And she actually, she's an amazing person. I talked to the owner because the estate sale people were there, but so is the owner, and usually the owner is not there whenever you're doing this. And she she helps pets in disaster areas. So she went to Katrina and she wrote a book and did a documentary, and she won an Academy Award for that documentary, which I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, and she wrote a book. The book was called, maybe it was like Orphans of Katrina or something. And anyway, she has written several other movies too. So, and of course I can't remember her name either. Remy is her first name, but her real name is Karen. She says she didn't like the name Karen, so she uses her middle name, which is Remington, and she goes by Remy. So, I just remembered that. So I'll have to look her up and watch her stuff. She was an amazing, amazing person. Just talking to her about the pets and how she saves animals and stuff. It's just really amazing. I could not buy the book because it would be too sad to read it, but even though I know it's a happy ending, or maybe not though, with some of them, she probably couldn't save some of them, but anyway, she was a really nice lady, and that was neat. And so here's this fun stuff, and I'm gonna go list now.